Well?
We are to resume pushing north. No sign of them.
No sign of them or that thing, just the blowing ice.
Seductively beautiful, isn't it?
Cold, miserable, lonely. The bastard means to leave them behind.
Cheer up, mate. They'll make it back. Your pal Frankenstein has the luck of the devil.
What if the devil's come for his due? You saw that thing!
Speaking metaphorically, Quinn, there is no devil.
Don't be too sure of that, Brody. The greatest evil the devil ever did was to convince the world he doesn't exist. Or she, as the case may be. Prepare to push off.
But, sir...
We cannot risk being locked in the ice. Even our engines are useless without open water. I am sympathetic, but they knew the risks. I am not used to being questioned, understood?
Aye, sir.
Temperature has dropped another 10 degrees since they went after that creature.
I almost hope for their sake they haven't found anything.
Who could survive up here in this frozen wasteland?
I'm not sure. That thing we saw. If I were superstitious, I would call it an omen. I know that's nonsense, but I cannot shake this foreboding. Instinctually, it was wrong. Dangerous. Blast it all. 2 men are not worth the lives of our crew. Get us the hell out of here!
There, port side!
Are they alone?
They have something!
Shove off, now!
Sir?
You have your orders, mister.
Get us underway! Full steam!
You will not leave them to die!
I will do as I damn well please. The sense of anguish and despair is overwhelming. If that thing comes aboard, it will be the death of us all. Now shove off!
Too late.
Figured you for dead.
Just by half.
Give us a hand.
What is it?
It's the devil. What else would survive in this frozen hell?
It's a man!
We found him on the ice, snow drifting over him. We thought he was for the dead.
You're better off if he is.
He soon will be. Brody, whiskey for him. Better share with all three.
Thank you, Captain.
Unnatural him being out there.
Nothing natural about this place.
His heating system's unusual. Frozen all the same.
Careful, sir.
Captain, I beg you, throw him backwards on
Enough! This is not the thing we saw on the ice. Give me a hand, Brody. It's all right. You're safe from that thing now. I am Captain Nemo, and you were aboard the Nautilus. Can you understand me? Frankenstein?
צופה ויודע סתרנו מביט לאסוף דבר בקדמתו גומר לאיש חסד כמפעלו נותן לרשע רק כרשעתו
Please! Leave us in peace!
Kill them!
No, please! The children!
And him! I have come to offer salvation. Now, who today will be saved? Your children can be saved and live within the glory of Christ. Do you hate so much that you would kill your own children? Even an animal would protect its offspring. I offer you life. So be it. For your crimes against God, humanity, and these United States, I condemn you. Let this become a charnel house and serve in warning to any others who would support the Negro cause.
רק כרשעתו
You can see then my mistake, Alphonse.
No
I
apologies.
didn't mean it.
He gave up religion for me. I told him he should take my name as well, but he could be so stubborn.
In truth, they gave up me.
Well, there is still the problem of the boy.
I donate to your charities, but I must draw the line somewhere.
But you have no children of your own.
No, we had hoped, but...
I wish people would stop asking as if I was plagued.
You are not plagued.
Well, I didn't mean you was
Of course
plagued.
not.
I had scarlet fever as a child. I imagine if I lived here in New York, I would have died.
Yes, well, sometimes people in your position, they
I'm
see the
sorry
need
we
to...
wasted your time.
There is still the boy. You are wealthy, childless. Forgive me for saying, but this is a large house. You have a lot to be grateful for. God has been generous.
God? You should do your homework, Theodore. This is the house of Frankenstein. We do not discuss God here.
Don't be so dramatic, Alphonse. Our family disowned us.
In the name of God. Jewish, Christian, Catholic, Muslim, all still fighting the Crusades, just on a smaller level.
Cheers.
Mixed marriage is what happens when you fall in love with the Yankee. I must love you, Alphonse, since I'm always freezing in this climate.
Another blanket, love?
No. I'm sorry about the boy, but as you can see, this isn't a very religious house, and I'm still enough of a Southerner to know that people belong with their own kind.
Forgive my wife. She is, as she says, a former belle.
Please don't speak to me as if I'm not in the room. After all, it was New Yorkers who attacked the synagogue. At least the South, we have some manners. The truth is, Mr. Roosevelt, we've already adopted Alphonse's niece, Elizabeth.
I am now the last of the Frankensteins.
Speak no more, Alphonse.
My brother was killed on the steam
Elizabeth's
traps.
hiding behind the desk.
I am not. I was afraid of a monster in my bed.
She has her people she's afraid of, poor child.
Curiosity killed the cat, and I hate cats. Well,
Meow.
I'm sorry. Elizabeth, go to the kitchen and wait for me.
Elizabeth Kitty.
Now.
Justine sent me in here to wait for you.
I think I outrank a scrubbery maid.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. He got away from me. Nothing but trouble he is.
These children...
No, it's okay. It is estimated that there may be some 50,000 orphans in Manhattan alone. Now, do you think that the world is going to take kindly to this boy?
He will be beaten.
No.
Alphonse.
And no
I was
family.
beaten.
Please.
Didn't harm me any. What do you say, boy?
Well, he doesn't speak. We have no way of knowing if he is a mute or, well, you can only imagine.
We can teach him.
I think he has a lot to learn.
We can't take in every orphan who comes to this house. Besides, Elizabeth, we have Justine as well. After the influenza last year, she became our charge as well.
He won't be any trouble. You can tell.
Do you want to see our telescope?
Seems I have a son.
I knew you wouldn't turn him out.
I'm sure you were counting on that.
And the donation to the orphan fund. Now, Victor, come here now. You have a new chance now, and I expect you to make the most of it. I know you have some horrors locked up in here, but sometimes when we experience tragedy so young, we could take comfort in the fact that the worst of our life is behind us, and for the fact that we survived. Look to the future, my child.
A,
Now
B,
this is
C,
my room
D.
and this is my bed.
Now pay
Bed.
attention.
Sleep
A,
in
One,
bed.
two,
Stop
three,
picking
four.
around the bed.
Compounded
Sleep
daily
in
at
bed.
10% interest.
Baby.
There he lay, half double, not exactly where in the universe he was. If a train leaves New York at 6 o'clock with 450 psi per track, and another leaves
He
Chicago.
died in my place. You had to jump down.
The last enemy you destroyed is
things
dead.
can blow up.
There is death in
The
the
big
pot.
one. Now you try and turn it.
My
Son.
boy.
Take the
Her
flower
feet
and
go
the
birds
down
and
to
bees.
death.
No, that's
but
not.
behold the
A
house.
man and woman, then.
Be thou faithful
Well, say
unto
you like
death.
the person. No, a girl person. Oh, for God's sake. You take yours.
And only fun and pretense. You are not to believe a word of it, even if it is true.
He watches and he knows secrets hour. He looks at the end of a thing in its beginning. He pays to a man kind, merciful, like work his. He gives to a wicked sinner, bad, like wickedness his.
And you shall have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice at his birth.
Mother?
I'm a child, Victor,
Mother?
and I'm afraid. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name that sat upon it was Death.
Why? Why so much pain, Father? Must we be ripped from and to this life? What are you doing here, Father? Is there not some way to bring her back? Please. Please, I will do anything.
Matt.
What? Thank you.
But you can't go.
Medicine, I understand, but you were to come into the firm.
How many years?
We need to name this child.
We could raise William as our own child.
Strong name. William for a strong boy.
I'm not telling you, I'm asking you.
I will not wait for you.
If you could just wait a few years until William...
Well, I rot here and you are in Germany.
You'd never catch me in one of those airships.
Make me proud, boy.
Go then, study the dead.
Sow some wild oats.
I hate you, Victor Frankenstein.
I love you.
Come back to us, you hear? I love you.
I love you.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
To instruct you on medical knowledge, and your job to learn it, we will be making several field trips to the morgue at the insane asylum. I hope you do like death, gentlemen, for its stench will be with you for the next several years.
The golem? Of course you'd be interested in the golem. I can tell you of the golem, but you may not wish to know of it. The golem is created from clay, life from the non-living. It is brought to life by saying certain words in a certain order. I've gotten ahead of myself. It needs a piece of your soul or that of another named soul to be controlled. Then these words, or the name of the soul, there is some debate, but words are written on parchment and put into the creature's mouth.
The secrets of life are not for us to know, or we would know them. Take apart as many bodies as you want. You will find no answers to life. It is enough for us to know how the parts go together. Do we need a why? You would do to refocus your studies on blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile, all in balance. There is nothing more to know. Mr. Frankenstein, anyone can take apart a body, but putting it back together in harmony, that is as close as we will ever get to God.
I've been watching you, my dear boy, for several days now. Or weeks, I lose track. You come in here, you order the same thing every day, and you read. You arrive at the same time, you leave at the same time, and you're never excited about what you read. And you certainly take no joy in the food, as if eating were something that must be done to fuel a machine. Now, this may be fine for someone beyond living, but an unbroken youth in the prime of his life? I think not. Meanwhile, I grow drunk, order the special of the day, drink more, skip my classes because I am hopelessly drunk, and I think of you, my dear friend. The little machine that comes and goes as if it were a gear in the greater scheme of things. I've decided that today I shall order you lunch. 2 beers, please. And 2 beers for my friend as well. Henry Clairville.
I don't drink.
Don't worry. You will.
We live in an age of scientific discovery. Simply running wires from Faraday's electrical motor through Ohm's meter to a corpse just to see what happens is not science.
Rabbi Akiba describes how to bring life from clay. In my own studies, I have found that you must write emet, meaning truth, on its forehead. But if you erase the E, then you have met, which means he is dead. That would kill a golem, I think.
I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. Hey, a-roving, since roving's been my ruin. I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid. Hey, a-roving.
If you set a golem to a task, it will do it until you tell it to stop. It has no soul. There's a story of a rabbi who left a golem digging a hole and went to go do some errands. When he returned, the golem had dug itself to the other side of the world. He couldn't stop, you see. A golem never tires or feels pain.
I don't think we've ever had a student blow up a cadaver before.
Human beings are so frail, so breakable. My mother died in childbirth. But she should have never died. I never said I love you enough. Well, you don't. I am beyond feeling anymore anyway. Everything dies, will die. But it doesn't have to be that way, because the thing is, what was I saying?
I have no idea, my dear Frankenstein.
Can you think of a reason for me not to expel you?
I'm the most brilliant mind this school has.
Mr. Frankenstein, brilliance, as bright as it burns, pales in comparison to the eternal flame of common sense, and is often quickly extinguished.
I am sorry to see you give up your studies of the Talmud. You have the makings of a brilliant scholar. You know, I have no male children of my own, but I do have 3 beautiful daughters, and I guess I'd hoped like in a storybook you would fall in love with one of them. Well, I suppose they write storybooks for a reason. I would have liked to have called you son.
I do appreciate all you have taught me. My own father
You
doesn't
should give us reformists a chance. Here. This is from your father, your true father. It was in my files. Now you have something as his. Go. We'll see the world and hurry back before my daughters are too old. Forgive me for trying.
Thank you. Shalom, Rabbi Hirsch.
Shalom.
The truth of the matter does not interest me. Whispers can be stronger than steel. I'm afraid I must act. Besides the school, we must think of Henry.
Well? I'm afraid there will be no Dr. Frankenstein, at least from the University of Berlin.
Well, don't worry, my dear Frankenstein. We'll get you reinstated. I haven't been studying law for nothing.
Oh, so I can go crawling back to them? No, they have nothing more to teach me. What do they know of the world hiding in their books? Do you know that there is a doctor back in America who has improved the mortality rates at his hospital by having his surgeons wash their hands in soap? Soap! He does not know why, but soap has cut his death rate by 70%, and not one of my professors has anything to say on it. Random, God's will. Study your humors, balance your blood, phlegm, piss, and shit. God, I'm glad it's over. Unimaginative, gibberish-spouting morons, a pox on all teachers. The only thing I shall miss will be the fresh supply of cadavers.
You are sentimental that way?
Oh, don't be churlish, Henry. I do not think of you as part of this place.
And you won't miss me because I shall be coming with you.
With a year to go, no, you shall get your degree. They can't destroy both of us. It was only a matter of time before they kicked me out. If you still want, you may join me in a year. New York may not be much of a city, but it is alive.
You could continue your research here in Germany.
No. Too many distractions. I am done. I am done learning, done squandering my genius on those who don't appreciate it. I'm done with earthly delights, no matter how pleasurable.
Victor, please reconsider.
Please do not argue. A year of solitude will do me well.
I had to drag Frankenstein.
Do we know each other?
I know all about you, Elizabeth, although you are not the plain child in pigtails I was picturing.
Everyone knows me, but do I know you?
No, I am but your servant.
I have enough servants.
Everyone here?
Everyone here.
Ooh, and you're bored?
Is this really to be my life? Dances?
Marriage?
Childbirth?
Motherhood?
Death?
Well, yes.
You are very rude. Where's Victor?
Is he your servant as well?
He used to be. He's changed.
Yes, he has.
Here you are, Elizabeth. Wonderful party. Your mother would have been so proud.
Thank you, Father.
Have you seen your brother, William? He looks so much like, well, he's becoming a man.
We're all still your children, Father.
He's probably under the steps trying to look up women's dresses.
Justine.
Don't tease Elizabeth. Tell her how lovely she is.
I think your dress is just lovely. Clothes seem to just flatter you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry Victor didn't come.
He's here somewhere.
He is.
Ah, yes, I found alloys for you.
The music was most touching.
Yes, lovely.
Now, don't say that. It is bad enough. All men are enchanted by her.
Oh, Mary. Oh, thank you. This is my father. Aloy Schickelgruber. Oh, and this is Justine. And now, where did he go?
Where did who go?
I don't know.
Well, you seem to be enjoying yourself.
I don't know why you're keeping me from your family.
I haven't seen much of them since I got back.
Oh, is that all?
They don't know I was turned out of the university. I don't know why I let you talk me into coming.
They think you're a doctor?
Oh, God, no. They don't know what to think because I didn't tell them anything. I should have stayed in my laboratory. You'll come back with me tonight, right? You haven't been yet and you can see my project. It will either be a great failure or something spectacular.
I've seen enough of your failure.
You haven't seen the lab yet. I need you to check things.
If you didn't want to come tonight, then why did you?
Well, you were so damn insistent.
And?
Right, I should be here for Elizabeth's coming out. It's very primitive. It seems like such a waste of time when you get right down to it. Men, come to your virgins.
Who says she's a virgin?
Do not talk that way about Elizabeth.
I thought you didn't care.
I don't.
Then why are you avoiding
Are you
her?
coming back with me or not?
I hate when you avoid my questions.
What are you doing out here, boys?
Boring ourselves to death.
You are the least boring people here. Victor, couldn't you have at least dressed?
I am dressed. I'm wearing clothes, aren't I?
Do you mind if we talk?
Oh, no.
I'm afraid we can't stay. We have work to do tonight. I can't leave the lab. Someone broke into it a few weeks ago.
That was William with the invitation to the ball.
Yes, well...
You don't love me anymore.
I don't have time for a courtship. Or for flowers, or dances, or long walks, or whatever the hell it is you people do.
You people? I am your people. What has changed? We used to tell each other everything. Now it's as if you can't stand the sight of me. Or father. Do we embarrass you so much? Can't you just for tonight be with me?
You want to be with me? Then come to the lab with us.
Come to your lab.
Tonight. It'll be tonight. Why not? You became a woman tonight, and I'll be... Well, come see what happens.
Dressed like this?
It is a momentous occasion.
And all my guests?
I extended the invitation.
And
the
our
rest
family.
is up to you.
I suppose I should just leave them as well.
Come, Henry.
Victor? Victor, I demand you to stay here.
Demanding. Are you coming back or not? Huh?
It would disappoint everyone. And unlike some people, I'm not used to being a disappointment.
What do you mean?
You didn't think the university wouldn't write Daddy and tell him why you were dismissed?
They wrote?
Don't you think tonight would be perfect to explain to everyone why you are not a doctor? Are you escorting me back inside?
Go to hell.
Coming?
He's still my servant.
Aren't we all? So much fuss over nothing.
Very rude, but what do you expect from the educated?
You startled me.
Really? Good.
I will be missed inside.
Tell me, why was the Jew sent down from the University of Berlin?
Go to hell.
Victor, are you here? Victor, where are you? Right. Victor? Frankenstein. Victor, where are you?
Oh, you alone?
Are you?
I scared you. Admit it.
Victor.
Don't move until I get the gas on.
Well, I love what you've done with the place.
Did I mention not to touch anything?
Sorry. Somehow I pictured something more organized.
It used to be a synagogue. My family was murdered here. Fitting, don't you think, that life should be created here?
Life? Are you bringing back the dead?
Nothing so gruesome. The dead are dead. They don't come back. I have created life.
Is it alive?
No, but it will live tonight. The body has survived heat and cold and everything I could think of to destroy it, but it does not live. I thought to spend more time making tests, scientific method, but perhaps I am afraid of failure. Tonight, it gets a soul.
This is an actual golem.
No. Well, yes, but no. There were hints in texts, it's true, but shrouded in mumbo-jumbo religious rituals, though clay was mentioned in all of them. Form it out of clay. Simple dirt. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That is all we are. The key is how it goes together. That is my genius. My secret.
It's beautiful, Victor.
It can't be destroyed. Illness, disease, death, all will be obsolete after tonight. This is the next step, Henry. Between man and the angels, he will be our replacement.
Replacement?
Do not despair. All things must pass. We are akin to the great lizards who walked the earth before us, thinking we own the world. But we are so weak. My adoptive mother ripped from me in the grotesques of childbirth. My parents killed so easily. They shall all be things of the past. He and his offspring will replace us as easily as the caveman fell by the wayside. Did you read Darwin's Voyage of the Beagle?
No, but I read the autobiography of a flea. What was yours about?
Change. It starts tonight. We will be the fathers of the next branch of humanity, a branch that is stronger, more intelligent, and instinctively will have a much higher standard of morality beyond the petty morals that we mire ourselves in. Henry, we shall teach it. It will have an incredible thirst for knowledge.
Frankenstein!
Yes.
You're not God, not even on your good days.
Not God, but I am standing up to him. I am going to steal his fire,
Create
rip
life.
it out of heaven, and give it back to
Replace
mankind.
the human race.
Will you help
and
me?
defy God.
Yes.
Do you really think an imperfect being can create perfection?
The better question is, how did a perfect being create imperfection?
Victor?
It does that. Involuntary movement. It means nothing.
It's smiling at me, Victor. Like a man about to devour a meal.
You can tell that beneath its mask.
I can feel it. Everything, want, and there's something written on its mask.
Emet. It means truth.
No! That was not involuntary!
Something's wrong. Oh, no, Henry, it has to be now. It has to be now, Henry, I need your help. If not, then go. I don't want you
then
here.
You wouldn't have begged me to come. What do you need?
Here. Coal. And don't stop. William? No, what in the hell are you doing in here again? Come on.
We have to get out.
We have to shut it down. We have to shut it down.
No,
we have to shut it down.
More coal.
No, I'm not going to feed him more coal, Victor.
I built this equipment, Henry. I know it.
It's going to blow.
Almost in time for the electrical charge.
Matt.
I'm afraid. Now, come on, lift.
William, stand back.
Come on,
Victor. Victor. Oh! Dear God.
Victor!
William, don't. Victor? Frankenstein. It lives. It's alive!
Yes, it is alive. But I failed. It's flawed. It's wrong. Who are you? What are you? No, stop! I, your master, command you to stop. You cannot be allowed to live. Your fire comes not from heaven unless God has sent you to mock me.
Victor, it's coming near me. Victor,
William, get back in the basement.
Victor,
I don't want
hurry!
you up here.
Victor, it's coming near me, please!
Stay away from that thing!
William, out of here!
Victor, get away from that! What? No! Victor! Help us!
I can feel you watching me, so you might as well come out. I'd have known you've been there for the last couple of nights.
I figures you ain't no bounty hunter. They don't tend to soak in no bushes. If you mean to fix trouble, now's the time. I done sent everyone else away. Shoot yourself. If you want to hide, don't think I don't knows you there, because I knows. Now, if you be one of Oleron's Orishas, you're welcome to what I have. But if you be a trickster, you can just continue on past.
I don't think there be anyone there, Daddy.
Oh, he be there.
How you be knowing that?
The same way I know most things I expect.
You don't know everything. Anyway, I done brought you supper. All right. You warm enough?
Stop fussing over me and sit yourself down and eat, girl.
I have to be getting your bath water started.
Look, it'll keep.
Has to be done, Daddy.
I'm sorry I ain't done more for you.
I should be getting you that blanket. I've got a chill like a ghost done walk through me.
It'd be harder if Felix done left.
No, I hope he be staying away and be staying safe. If I be the brother and he the sister, why I be leaving instead? Besides, knowing harder times.
Yeah, that'd be true.
Probably just some crazy niggas that just done come up from the south. You get your country asses over here and stop skulking about. Jesus Christ. We need to run right now.
Behind me, Agatha. He out in the open now. Why you be standing out there watching us?
Daddy, he ain't right. We gotta get away from him.
Leave off, girl. Can't you speak?
Daddy, please, it will kill you.
Look, I'm pretty sure I could have done that anytime it wanted to.
Clear off you. Don't we be having enough trouble without some bloody naked white man adding to it?
Hush! I'll be Percy, and this be my daughter Agatha. And if you would just fix to tell us who you be, we'll try to figure out what sort of trouble you in. What be the matter with you, fella? Can't you talk to us?
More than likely, he be drunk off his ass.
Don't go insulting him, Agatha.
You can't understand what I'm saying? Shit, and think I was dumb scared.
Good.
Daddy?
Easy there. Easy there. Now let us see what done happened to you. No wounds that I can see. That will be your blood, be it. Start to back away, Agatha, very slow like.
Daddy!
Enough of that. I don't care who should be done, you know it act. Take what you want and you be on your way. If you're spoiling for a fight, you done found one. You want our belongings, they be yours. You want our food? Take it. There you go. You ain't gonna get no better cooker than Agatha's.
What's the matter? You too good for chitlins? Jesus Christ, he's too stupid to know how to eat.
Ooh, look, grown man must know how to eat. Look, like this. Eat. Yeah? Eat. It won't kill you to have some good cooking. No. You
Not much of no damn etiquette.
You better be getting him another bowl, Agatha. Whatever happened to him, he'd be starved.
What happens when we run out of food then?
You didn't have to prove anything to me, you know.
I'm useless enough without having someone wipe my ass for me.
Justine would have got the bedpan, all the fluids in balance.
I wish everyone would leave me to convalesce in peace.
The problem, my dear Frankenstein, is you are not at peace.
I'm coping.
You wake me with your screams at night.
Every time I close my eyes, I see that hideous creature before me. I'm afraid to drift off.
Look, I know it's hard. You must try not to think of these things. Now, who is ready for some broth?
I'm not a baby, Henry.
Open up for the steam train.
That will be enough.
Choo-choo.
That will be enough, Henry. Just
Victor.
go. Just leave me be.
Seems all a man wants to do is talk. Can't tell you how nice it is to find one smart enough to keep his full mouth shut. Now turn around so I can do your front. Thought we done talked about this. Now don't be stubborn with me. Turn around. Don't don't know how you come to be so dirty, but it's as if you made of dirt. Guess I have to scrub harder.
Agatha.
Yes, that be right. Agatha. And you?
Agatha.
Yes, Agatha. And you be?
Agatha.
Yes, Agatha. What they don't call you, what's your name when they be calling? Agatha.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, is that your name?
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Seems to fit.
Agatha. Frankenstein.
You may not be much in looks, but you sure's built for a white boy, Mr. Frankenstein. That be enough of that now. You need to get you cleaned up so you don't go around stinking no more. Mm-hmm.
Now doesn't that feel better? I know you are depressed, Victor. The doctor said you might be. He seemed to think you might even be suicidal. But Victor, I'm sorry for everything.
Fleetingly, and I was too damned arrogant to listen.
Before your accident, my fears concerned a life of boredom. If I could change things, I would do anything to spend my life being bored with you.
For God's sake, do not spend a life of boredom. I cannot have that on my conscience as well. Elizabeth, you have a fire that burns. Fan its flames. Get out of this house while you still can. Find what out there will ignite you.
And what of your fire?
I'm tired. Please send Justine in when you leave to collect the bedpan.
Let me do it for you, Victor.
No, I do not want your help. Understand?
No, I do not understand. I do not understand what has happened to you.
I don't know.
I do not understand your relationship with Henry, and I do not understand what is
I'm not
happening
trying
to
hurt
us.
you, Elizabeth. I'm only trying to protect you.
Well, keep pushing us away, and you'll find that we're all gone.
Agatha be fixing our supper now.
Supper?
Not yet. Let it be a spell. Huh? A very peaceful evening. Reminds me of me sitting with my daddy when I be small. You see, my daddy very smart. Of course, I don't know it at the time. That's the way it be. Someday I'll be gone and they say I'm smart.
Where are you fixing to go?
I'm not fixing to go nowhere, but I'll be going someday. When I be dead, I go. You understand dead?
Dead.
My daddy tells me that once us niggas know all about Oleron, his Orishas would explain things to us. But you white men make us forget when you put us in your ships, and the further we get from Africa, the more we forgets.
Percy, who this Oleron be?
Well, he be the father, the creator of everything. He know everything. He know all about you, I suppose.
Where I be finding him?
Can't be finding him. Can't be speaking to him. He not be in no church. Since Oleron be everywhere, why confine of the temple, huh? And he that speaks to Oleron speaks to when? Too busy for us, I suppose. That's why his Orishas been working for him. You know how fast he's been learning those letters and figures? That's because the Eiffel been blowing in your ear. That wisdom whisper's done been filling your head. I don't suppose you understands any more than I done, or my daddy would be telling me. We got plenty of time for talking. We best be cleaning up for supper.
Supper?
Supper.
How this be relating to death?
Well, that I don't be studying on so much. Some say the dead are like stars. When you look up at night, that be our ancestors looking down at us. I like the thought of my daddy looking down at me. Some say the ancestors live after death with Oleron and be here at the same time. They be watching, judging, And if need be, interfering with us. And I'll be liking that.
They be watching us now?
Think of it as if they do be walking with us. Nice and peaceful like.
No. No one walks with me, except you.
Then where they be, Frankenstein? Where be your ancestors?
I've asked about, like you asked.
Any news?
No. Perhaps it's dead.
It can't die, William, not very easily.
Well, someone would have found it by now. It can't exactly hide, can it?
I would know if it were dead.
What? What was it?
My failure.
That's not exactly an answer, is it? I hear your screams at night, Victor. They haunt my dreams as well. I feel as if it is in the room with me, waiting.
For what?
I don't know.
The same dream I have, that Henry has. William, it will come from me, not you.
And what then?
Then I will destroy it. Or it will destroy me.
It must be dead, Victor. It simply must.
I thought I would like a word as long as we are all here.
I've got to go meet Charlie at the airship yard today. They're launching another airship.
Yes, this will only take a moment. Mary, will you come in, please? I just thought you should all find out at once. Mary and I are to be married soon.
Surprise.
William!
Let him go, Alphonse. You'll only make it worse.
He has a right to be upset, but I will not stand for rudeness.
Elizabeth?
I'm sure you two will be very happy. I should make sure William gets off all right.
Well, Victor, don't I get a hug? I mean, that's
Don't.
what...
I'm sure you have been lonely, Father, and Mary is, at the least, an attractive adornment.
Thank you, Victor.
It was not meant as a compliment.
I don't give a damn if it was or not, but that's the spirit. I'm taking it in.
Yes, well, welcome to the family.
Father? Doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Well, good. That gives me a moment to do this.
Safi, I love you. And here I was, afraid.
Afraid?
When you saw this.
Felix.
How we live.
I love you. And your strength to survive until you found me.
They must have gone to get water. Or visiting.
You mean other families live here?
Lots of runaway slaves be living in this park.
Are living in this park, dear.
I must be tired. I never knew how far Chicago was away.
Well, I hope someone comes soon. It's getting kind of spooky.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
Oh, Felix, is it your family?
No, I never heard it before, but I think it'd be the voices of the ancestors.
We say, we sing for you a song of love from beyond the grave till we see the light of...
What the hell is that thing?
Get the hell away from a monster.
He don't be no monster. He don't be our friend.
Get your hands off me.
Frankenstein.
Hey, that'd be enough of that.
They be calling me Frankenstein. What they be calling you?
He's white.
You drop one all day and never die.
Like
some worthless nobouts.
Who these people be?
That'd be my brother Felix, Frankenstein.
Oh, Felix.
Is something wrong with him?
Ain't nothing be wrong with him.
You sure ain't no beauty, that's for sure.
Like sheep they are laid in the grave. Death shall feed on them. And the upright shall have domain over them in the morning. And their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling.
What in the hell?
He be doing that all the time since Agatha learned him the Bible.
And he know the whole thing.
He might have been a preacher man, but I ain't heard none missing lately.
Well, what else have you taught him?
That be the only book we have. He don't know nothing before we teach him.
You're not going to molest me again, are you?
That be how we say hello till you know your name.
Oh my God, Father, this is Sappy. She done married me. That is, we got married.
Oh, Felix, why didn't you tell us? We only done clean for you.
She be done cleaning 5 days now.
That must be why the ancestors come and greet you.
Oh, yes, it was so wonderful. Such a lovely welcome.
That not be them speaking to you, but the spirits of the ancestors inside of them, welcoming you to the family.
Oh.
Father, Sappy is a Christian woman.
There be nothing wrong with that. We learned this book as well. It don't offend our ancestors, none.
They did not destroy the people like the Lord had commanded, but mingled with the nations and imitated their ways.
Why do you keep doing that?
I don't have the words, but I've been trying to find meaning.
You know he can't stay here, Father. If they find out he's living here, I might do something to all of you.
He can't be going out there.
I'd be strong enough to handle any trouble the fixing to come my way.
Not talking like that.
They won't be doing nothing. If they chase us out of here, who'll be doing the cooking, digging the ditches, and working in them steam plants? Son, when they've been around long as I have, you know they start talking like that every time they want elected to some office.
Render unto Caesar things that are Caesar's, and unto God things that are God's.
Well, one thing's for sure. We have got to get you some more books somehow, and some proper teaching.
Seth, come here. Get yourself out of here.
I am a free-born nigga woman. I do not hide from any white
You
man.
want them to come for all these people.
Well, what about him?
It's okay. I don't think they saw you.
Human beings should not have to live like this.
Mother? I thought I lost you. I won't lose you again. Death shall be conquered as well as life. What are you still doing here? Must you watch my every moment? Won't you let me die alone? What more do you want? No. 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 No.
Some might lament that I were cold as I, when this sweet day is gone, which lost my heart, too soon grown old. Insults from this untimely moan they might lament, for I am one whom men love not.
What you thinking about?
I hate poetry.
But you be reading well now, talking almost the same as Saphian. She forgot who she was a long time ago.
It makes me feel things. And I lose myself. And I lose the words, and thoughts and feelings control me.
A person can't be going through life with no feelings. Even a white person.
I can try.
And then you be ending up like Sappy. And when the time comes, she won't know which side she'll be on.
I've read enough of feelings to know they are not for me.
So you don't feel nothing for Sappy? Of Felix or my daddy or me?
Well, those are good feelings, but even those are too strong. I can feel love as well as hate and fear and revulsion.
You have to be having those things to know love. Be all wrapped up together.
The fear is strong, but they have a right to fear me. My Creator did.
Creator?
The one who bore me. The one who put these letters on my forehead. The one who made me ugly and cast me out. I have so much hate. Always pounding, always underneath, relentless. I should never feel anything.
You are not a monster.
I've seen my reflection in the water. I am not right. I have been scared. Better if I'd been destroyed.
You think you're the only one who's been hurt? The only one with anger inside themselves? I've kept a lot of anger in me for a very long time, but I still want to feel. I ain't broken. They didn't break me. Not yet, they ain't.
Why?
Because they wanted what was mine.
Why?
Because they be wanting to own me. But they never own me, not inside. Who be owning you, Frankenstein? Who be your creator, causing you not to feel, causing you not to love back when you're being loved?
Frankenstein. Victor Frankenstein.
He's coming. He's coming for me.
Then you must be going to him or be hiding forever.
I belong here.
No, you don't. Not like this. You have to be going and not
I
coming
belong
back
here.
until you can look at your reflection
I
without
belong
feeling
here.
pain. Feeling something when I do this.
I'm coming for you, Victor Frankenstein. I'm coming for you. Victor! Victor, I'm coming for you!
Henry! Not Henry! Oh, but it's not Henry!
Victor, it's Elizabeth! It's all right, you're safe with me. No, Victor, it's Elizabeth.
Contact Henry. Tell him it's coming.
Go, Justine, use the steam type.
Go!
You better
Henry,
do it.
tell him to
Stop,
meet me at
stop.
the lab. Help me up. I have
No,
to get to the lab.
Victor, you are no condition
Then
to.
go! Either let me be or help me. I've been helpless too long. The full spring and summer have passed as I lay in this damn bed.
It is raining outside. Your fever will get worse. Victor, this can wait.
No, it cannot wait. Elizabeth, I have to tell you
Sensei,
something.
What do you need? Nothing. I've got him.
Tell me,
Change the bedding while we're gone.
Better change the bedding while we're gone. Flowers are always dying, so hang them on the wall and water them by crying. Over time their petals will fall. Over time their petals will fall. They were never pretty at all. William? They were never pretty at all.
Where is he? Where's Victor?
I will kill you if she's been harmed.
Where is Victor? You were there when I was born.
And I will be there when you die.
Where is he?
Go to hell!
Oh!
Let go of me!
Where is Victor Frankenstein? Where is Victor?
Leave us alone!
Boy, not our baby.
I did not mean for
Get out and
this.
leave us alone!
There's trouble.
What is the
Silence now.
It's a Frankenstein.
The ancestors be whispering yes, but they also be telling me to flee. I can feel it. The hair be standing on my neck.
Something has happened to him.
Felix, get Saffron from the cabin. We aren't safe here.
But he ain't be hurting us, Daddy.
I'll hold him off while you
Do
stay.
as I say. Get Sappy. Your life then still be stretching out in front of you. My song be over.
What? How do you know that? You can't. Now get out of here.
I know this too.
I can't even buy on
Shut up, boy. Do what you been told.
Where are they? We done made it out the south. We make it out again. Now go. Be human.
They must be trying to take us back. Let's soon be dead. Agatha, we ready?
Go. Who's that? Let's go. Just go.
I beg of your soul, don't be doing this. At least let the women go.
Don't be begging the white bastards for me.
Please, sir, my wife. You don't belong here. She's a free woman.
You bastard! I may be born free, but I belong with my people. You have no right here, no right to harass us. How can you hate so much? How can you allow yourselves to be monsters? Can't you see it? We are just like you. Let us be. Do the Christian thing and let us go free.
My child, I always do the Christian thing. Exterminate the vermin! Spread out through the woods! Make sure they are dead! Burn everything they own!
No! Daddy! Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't you say nothing. Don't you be saying nothing.
Don't talk about me.
Just hold me. I don't want to be alone just now.
Let me alone, please. Don't be taking her from me.
Will Lord be sending one of his special Orishas for me? You don't feel anything now?
Victor!
Enough! Don't touch it!
The Iron Fist.
To be or not to be. It will do.
Unseemly.
Functional.
Yes, but function should always follow art, my dear
I'm
Frankenstein.
not exactly
Never
in
the
the
other
mood
way
to
around.
debate the value of art in
You
society.
can't dwell on William every moment.
I'm not ready to uncover the mirrors yet.
No, of course not.
His death, everything I was to destroy, a sick and twisted dream. God has made me his enemy, Henry, and the creature my punishment.
There is nothing I can say that can take away what has happened.
I went to his room last night and just sat on his bed and wondered what he was dreaming of.
This
before
will do
he
you
heard
no
the
good.
creature.
Come, let's go to the saloon and have a few stiff
No,
drinks.
I have to go to the house. People will be expecting me.
You don't have to do anything.
Elizabeth will be expecting
And
me.
we wouldn't want to upset Elizabeth.
Do you have to be so damn cruel? There are things that must be taken care
The
of.
weight of the world need not rest on your shoulders, dear Atlas.
This rests on me. I have brought death among us, and I will not rest until I find a way to destroy that creature. I don't expect you to understand, but life is not always an adventure.
Life is what you
And what
make
do you
of
make
it.
of it? And what do you make of it? What has your life amounted to? For all of your advantages, what are you but a drunken hedonist?
Redundant that, a hedonist who is not drunk.
I have work to do.
You are trying to grieve, and the only way that you know is through anger. Childish anger. Don't push me. Let me share your pain. Perhaps the reason that you're so attracted to me is that I'm everything you long to be.
Don't. Elizabeth will be here soon.
Do you care?
Yes.
The problem with being a hedonist is that when things no longer give us pleasure, we stop doing them. Now, you can lie to me all you want, but I take no pleasure in it. I'll see you at the gravesite.
Victor!
You survived.
I need your help.
What have you done?
I have not done this.
Set
This
her
has been
here.
done to me. Fix her. Fix her.
She's dead. What do you expect me to do?
You are the creator. Bring her back.
I can't. I won't.
You can bring life. Am I not proof?
Then I would bring back William.
Please. Please. I love her.
You are not capable of love. We should be like ants beneath you, playthings, but not mates. I would have made you a mate worthy of you.
She is worthy.
Look at her. Do you not see it?
Not see what, Victor
It
Frankenstein?
should be obvious. You have learned language, society.
Your society killed her. Killed her family, killed everyone I know besides you. I've learned your society.
You have learned nothing. You killed William.
William died by his own hand.
You are flawed. You're not complete, and you mock me with your dead woman.
She's not my dead woman. She's Agatha. I love her. And I feel. And it overwhelms me and hurts and pounds in my head, and I look at her still. Do you understand these feelings?
No.
Then who is the monster?
I am not a monster.
You created me full of hate. My love for Agatha is becoming hate. I look at you and hate. What gave you the right to create one such as I? Why did you cast me out? Is every father's child perfect?
I am not your father.
You may disown me, but you created me. I am Frankenstein, son of Victor Frankenstein. What do you think keeps me from tearing you apart?
Victor?
I did not kill you because you haven't suffered enough yet.
You will not harm Elizabeth!
Victor, who are you yelling at?
Will you not help me bring her back? You are brilliant. With my help, we could unlock the mysteries. She could live.
You will not harm Elizabeth. I order you.
This is your last chance to do the right thing.
I am doing the right thing.
Victor, is everything all right?
I will not kill her yet, Victor. But I will be with her on her wedding night. If you won't give me my bride, then I shall be with Elizabeth.
I will be with her on her wedding night.
Must have dropped from my hand.
Nerves, I imagine. Horrible way to die.
Please, our father.
He can't help it. He's an animal in men's clothing.
Sir!
There are whispers about you. Whispers that disturb me.
Best not speak what is unknown. I'm afraid I have some questions.
They can wait.
In my official capacity
She
as...
said they can wait. Till after the wake. I'm taking my husband home. Come, Alphonse.
You should give up this job, Schickelgruber. Its subtleties seem beyond you.
I don't need advice from Ein Warner Bruder how to do my job.
This can keep. Please leave us with our brother.
I have questions that need answers. I do not believe your story about an intruder breaking in and your brother defending the family with a malfunctioning steam rifle. I have been watching the House of Frankenstein since the fire in the old Jewish synagogue. And the more I watch, the more questions I have. Justine, I am sure you are not telling the truth.
It happened just as I told it.
As Mary said they can keep. We will not expect you at the house.
As you say, it will keep. I'm sorry about your brother.
What an ass!
Shouldn't say such things. He has spies everywhere.
An ass!
That'll be enough, Henry.
It's disrespectful in this place.
You're right, and I'm being rude.
You don't have to apologize to her.
I do when I mean it. I'm sorry. He's an ass!
Get on with you.
We need to get to the wake.
Goodbye, William. I'm sorry I wasn't a better brother.
Goodbye, William. I'm sorry I didn't tell you I loved you often enough.
Goodbye, William. I'll be seeing you soon.
Are you coming, Justine?
Someone should stay up with him until he's in the ground.
Well, we wouldn't want you to catch a chill. There isn't much heat in the day left.
Catch up with him. It won't be much longer. In my dreams, you have been after me since the night William died.
I haven't been after you, not hurt you.
I knew before you came that someone would die. A week ago, a sparrow flew into the house and hopped across the piano. And the night you killed William, I dropped an umbrella for telling his murder. Last night, I saw myself in a dream at a funeral, but I did not know for sure until I walked from the church. And I saw an owl out in the daylight. So I waited for you.
What do you want of me?
I am waiting for my death.
You will be waiting a long time. I have no intention of killing you.
But you will.
Let me be.
Make it stop.
I do not understand.
In my dreams, you were alone. Always alone. Forever. With just your thoughts.
Yes.
That is how I am as well. The hurt never stops. You can't begin to understand. I was brought into the house a servant's daughter, while others came in and were accepted. Why did they do that to me? Was I not born smart enough, or pretty enough, or courageous enough for them? I love my family.
That is not important.
They are to me. Are you such a monster you cannot see what sort of life I lead? If I had stood up to you, you might have killed me instead, William.
Do not take my faults unto yourself.
I burn as you burn. I see sweet William before me now. Please, end the suffering, I beg of you, before I damn myself by doing something desperate. I do not want to burn in the next world as I have in this.
Please, do not force me to do this.
Please. Save me.
Thank you. Thank you for believing me. Forgive me for lying to you.
Why?
Death was coming. In families, it does come in threes. I'm the second death. I saved a life. Victor is not the third. Promise me. Let that be my secret. A secret I cannot keep. Let that be my secret. A secret I cannot keep.
Do not be like them.
Justine? Justine, go to your family. I'll wait up with William. Oh, God, no.
Henry Campbell, you have been charged with murder! That you of your own free will did murder Justine Frankenstein on the day of her brother's funeral while she slept with dead! That you did attack her in fulfillment of your own abominable perversions and were only interrupted from desecrating the dead when two gravediggers happened upon you! Do you have anything to say in your defense or offer any witnesses to refute these charges? Having been found guilty, I sentence you to hang by the neck until dead. May God have mercy on your soul.
Paris. An apartment in Paris. A cafe just down the street with artists and writers to speak with and perhaps sleep with. Bookshops and carts along the Seine, browsing the fruit stalls, and God, the hangovers from the nights before. Standing in a corner in some seedy club in Montmartre while making derogatory comments about the girls and the pathetic gentlemen drooling over them, as if we shared a private joke the rest of the world was oblivious in. Paris.
If you had let me speak.
Italy. Walking through the vineyards and tasting wines from the casks. A lazy afternoon sky, a deserted beach, and a book of sonnets. Hiking up the sunburnt hills to the ruins of Nero's villa. Resting against the cool marble, the sweat from our backs drenched through our shirts. Italy.
You will not die for me.
St. Petersburg. A bitter, harsh wind pushes us along the street. Vodka, song, dance till our eyes blur and our speech slurs. Pushkin's bronze horsemen coming to life and leaping off of pedestals and clamoring down frozen streets. A roaring fire in Blanket's palace, high winds pound
Guard
against
calls
our
for Alois.
seclusion. I will not let you throw your life away. It is too precious of a gift. Justine died for you, William, and I'm no better than them.
Your death will accomplish nothing. That beast is still out
That
there.
beast is your creation, and you have to stop it. You're the brilliant one.
Brilliance. Fleeting, flickering
A
brilliance.
dying ember still gives warmth.
In my life, I cannot imagine the days without you. What days may come will be empty.
Outside the window, a light snow is falling. St. Petersburg.
I don't think we have much time. I think, Henry, there is a way out.
There are no further appeals.
Well, none for the courts or that a man can make.
No.
It is no secret Alois is very fond of
No.
me. Victor,
You cannot marry.
plenty of women marry men they do not love. Or who do not love them.
They are shallow, vain, and have not the spirit that you possess.
Victor, why don't you speak?
You can never marry.
I know what place Henry holds in your heart. I cannot make you happy.
When we are happy, we think we will never be that way, but you will be. And someday, so will Victor. Even if things turned out differently, wedded bliss was never meant for me. Just the courtship and the honeymoon.
I would have shared him.
For a time, but these things end bitterly like a summer romance confronted with the chill of autumn. Little hurts and little hates.
We can still... I could learn to.
As the carousel spins, and bright colors dance in front of our eyes, never take your eyes off of the brass ring. And slide your arm through, claiming the prize. Because some rewards are worth the effort.
We cannot... Elizabeth, on the night that I was injured...
Vienna. To relax in the madness of Mozart and strolling along the parks with leaves falling around us. Attending balls at the Hofsburg Palace and catching every woman and man's eye. Mucking about in a beer garden as a cool sun settles over a purple sky that never darkens. Sopranos and opera box seats for 3. Vienna.
Now isn't this a tender scene? Very melodramatic. Get her out of here!
No, let her go. Elizabeth!
Alois, I need to speak with you.
Let me do the noble thing. Give my life meaning.
Life has no meaning.
Elizabeth! Elizabeth!
Let her
go! Elizabeth! Elizabeth!
Take care of her, Frankenstein.
Elizabeth, no, the creature had threatened to be with her on her wedding day.
Get him out of here!
Elizabeth!
Run away with her
Elizabeth!
as far as you can.
She needs you!
She loves
hurry!
you! She will be with you. Egypt. Entombed treasure sleeping beneath the sands. Cool marble floors with guards that heed and despise us. Floating on the Nile with a guidebook and you resting in my arms. Dangerous nightclubs filled with naked women tempting our fancy by gyrating to music. Alcohol-stoked haze that blends in with the heat and dulls our minds. Narcissistic pyramids, defying time and celebrating death, ignorant to the simple memory of your touch. Egypt.
For the murder of a servant in the house of Frankenstein, and having been found guilty after a fair trial, you have been sentenced to death by hanging to be carried out on this day, in the hope that you will have time to reflect on and beg forgiveness for your crimes. You may speak. Does the condemned have anything to say?
Since roving's been my ruin, I'll go no more a-roving with you, fair maid.
Victor, do you remember when William saw his first train?
No. Tell me, Father.
I don't remember. I thought you might. He loved everything about steam engines. He would have become a fine mechanic, I think.
I've made our reservations on the steam airliner. Elizabeth and I leave for Germany tonight.
Then you'll be putting an ocean between us again, leaving this house empty and alone, just Caroline and myself.
Mary. Father, you are married to Mary.
Yes.
Caroline is dead.
Yes, you're right. It's not easy to have a young bride. She tends to remember my name. I suppose you'll be off now.
No. As rushed as the wedding is, Elizabeth still wants me to come to her room.
What? Nothing. For a moment, ghost from the past.
Is it a bed? Oh, I'm horrible. You've never been told
Oh,
about
what?
it.
She doesn't know. Now what? Mary, let me tell her.
It's not the sailor and the
Oh, was it
mermaid.
the priest and the prostitute?
Are they making fun of me?
Elizabeth, Elizabeth, sit on the bed. It's like this, well...
When a man and a woman love each other, I know what they have. I know everything I ought to know. Help me out of this dress.
I wish I knew about men and everything. Which version do you want to hear?
I brought your bouquet.
Oh, so romantic. Rose petals.
You should put them on the bed.
Or rub them behind your ears. Or other places. Where?
I know we haven't talked, Elizabeth. It's so different being your stepmother.
You are not our stepmother. We're all adults. We don't share any blood relations.
I feel I should do more for you.
Oh, take care of my father. You've been a wonderful friend, and you would have made a wonderful mother.
Who's to say I won't be? This house will ever be so lonely. Alphonse and I can start a family and cheer it up. I miss William and I love you both, but he needs to rejoin the living.
Whoever thought when we were all at Exeter together that our lives would become so complicated? There are no fairy tales, Elizabeth. No one tells you that. They just tell you about the priests, the sailors, and the whores. We all thought it would be so exciting. It is so exciting that you're going off to your grand tour. So exciting.
If you want exciting, you should see what I'm wearing tonight.
Ooh.
I do hope Alphonse is taking care of Victor.
I wonder what the women are doing.
Whatever it is that women do.
Very curious, that. They seem to be so much better at communication. I suppose you know all about women.
I was almost a doctor.
Yes, you know all the technical aspects. I love all my children, Victor. I would not want to see Elizabeth hurt.
I have no intention of hurting her.
There's more than intent. Careless things. Things we should have said. Would you like to play with the telescope?
Father?
The telescope. You used to spend hours looking out of it. If you're going to keep glancing out that window, you can use the telescope and gaze at the stars.
I have seen enough of the stars.
Then come away from that window. I'm going to share with you the secret of women.
I'd rather it was a surprise. I should go up.
They will send for you. That may be her now. Better to keep her waiting.
I have to go to the lab.
Now see here. I know you may not have much experience, but there's no reason to run away.
I'm not running.
Elizabeth will not understand.
I received a warning. Schickelgruber is reopening the investigation of the fire in my incident. I've got to go to the lab. I must destroy everything before he seizes it.
There's nothing to hide.
I'm afraid we have made a dangerous enemy. I would see about arranging to have your assets liquidated. You may have to leave New York. Yes, that would be for the best. I'll be back as soon as I can. You must stay with Elizabeth, Father.
She will not understand.
Lock her in her room if you must.
She'll be disappointed.
We can have our wedding night some other time after we are away, safe. Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye, son. Anyone there? Hello? Nothing out there but shadows. I'll keep watch just the same.
If he doesn't want you, my dad's card would be
Yes.
so exciting. Oh, let us go get Victor.
Oh, I'll go fetch him. No, not yet, not yet. Let's hold on to this moment. We'll never be like this again. Everything's going to change. Oh, Mary, what if he doesn't like me?
He will love you, darling.
This is going to be the most exciting night of your life. And his. Hold on to this happiness because it will grow. I'll go get Victor.
Before we match you ourselves.
Oh.
Nadia, better prepare for him.
Frankenstein, Frankenstein, your bride's waiting to be ravished.
You'll wake the dead. Or the groomsmen.
Frankenstein, Frankenstein, your bride is awaiting. Frankenstein, Frankenstein, the night is a-wasting. This is so exciting.
Oh.
You really do look lovely. I must admit I'm jealous.
Thank you, Mary.
We must be closer when you come back from Europe, like we once were.
Next time you'll see me, I'll be a woman. What?
I only said I love you. Don't keep him waiting too long. I will tell him to knock 3 times.
3 times. I love you, Mary.
I love you.
Victor, prepare yourself for paradise. Victor. Victor? Oh, Victor? Oh. Ah!
You will not scream. You will not be coming. Please stop struggling. I do not wish to harm you, but I will. This is not about you, but Victor must suffer.
You will not harm him or I will kill
I
you.
made a promise not to kill Victor. But promises can be broken. I have no intention of killing anyone.
Please, please, Father! Father, please, Father, save me! There's a creature! A monster attacking me!
I am not a monster! I am not a monster!
Please open the door. Elizabeth!
Are you all right, Elizabeth?
Elizabeth, I need to speak with you.
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth, please open this door.
Elizabeth, open the door.
Why did he create me?
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth!
Elizabeth, are you all right? Elizabeth?
Okay.
Elizabeth? Elizabeth?
How to get off?
Good evening, Victor.
You have no right to be here.
Might makes right.
Not without brains.
Do not speak to me in that manner, Jew!
I will speak to you however I please. You are nothing but a figment of my imagination created from fear. Behold dein Übermensch.
Kill him!
Do you take orders from one who crawls?
I condemn you for your crimes against God, humanity, and these United States!
No!
Kill the Jew bastard! Kill the son of a bitch! This will be the last breath you ever draw!
Whatever hate you had, whatever mad plans you had seeded, let them die with you.
Go. I don't want you here. Go.
She's so beautiful. Even in death, she still retains her beauty.
I didn't want to kill her. I didn't want to kill her. She shouldn't have suffered for our sins.
Leave us in peace.
It is too late for that now. We are the same. I saw myself killing her. How easily her life slipped from this earth. And as I watched from outside, I smiled.
Is this the hell you wanted?
It is the hell you have created. I only wanted to make you feel a portion of what I feel. But even now you can only glimpse the hate that pours through my body. I was born without a soul, and you filled the void with the worst of yours. You brought everything upon yourself, Victor Frankenstein. You should have never brought me into this world. You humans are so wonderful, full of emotion, love, hate, disgust, all denied to me. look at you all now, and your lives have no meaning. The flood within me calls out for your death, and I can no longer see a reason to resist. You are no longer needed. None of you are needed. Let you be the first of many. I am the one who kills and gives life. I am the one who wounds and heals. No one delivers from my power.
Frankenstein! Frankenstein!
Colder than a witch.
I swear, if you mention the cold again, I will kill you. Besides, that's not the expression.
We're always being sent out in the cold.
When we were in the tropics, you were griping about the heat.
I wasn't asked to look for a demon out in Bermuda, though, was I? Why is it always us?
I imagine we are the most expendable.
Comforting. You're full of comfort.
Just think of something warm.
Like what?
You could be stoking the boilers.
God, that's hot work. Dirty work as well. You're likely to sweat to death. Hot as a witch's bum.
That's not the expression. Think of something else.
I'm cold.
It'll be a lot colder in the grave.
If that thing finds us.
The least of your worries.
It must be dead.
I don't want to find out.
You'll know once it rips your head off. I've been listening at the captain's cabin.
The captain will have you in irons.
If I'm gonna have my head ripped off, I'd want to know why.
I can give you reasons.
Wouldn't you?
No. Death comes to all, in the end.
Hell of a place for death to come.
Henry, wake up. We are going to be late for class again. Victor. I shall end death and conquer life. Elizabeth, I found you this rose. I found it growing wild, and I thought, who do I know that would like such a pretty thing? And I ran home to you where my heart is. When it dies, you can press the dead leaves in a book where they will stay forever. Long after we are dead. No, Justine, I do not have another.
Victor, am I disturbing you?
No, Captain. Just talking to ghosts of the past.
The lookout thought he saw something on the ice.
Frankenstein?
You could not be sure. I have ordered our defenses turned off and our lights turned on.
Help me up. Help me up. I must get to the deck. If I am on the deck, he may come. Oh, I'm too weak. My body betrays me.
You will grow stronger in time.
The past is already growing nearer. The present already fading. I will die out here in the north. As one man of science to another, we should be honest.
To be honest, I am surprised you are still alive.
Not that honest. Though truth be told, I am happy to die in a warm bed. God knows why you are this far north.
We have harnessed the fires from a pit in the ice down to the core of the earth. It burns brighter than the sun. With your talents and my ship, we could right the wrongs in this world.
I am through with revenge. The problems of this planet grow more trivial with every passing moment.
Captain Nemo, come quickly, it's coming.
It will kill us all. We have to.
To your station, Quinn. I give the orders here.
There'll be mutiny if that thing comes aboard.
It's not you he wants.
To your post. We'll see to it that it finds you. After that,
God help us all. I have kept myself alive waiting for you, waiting for death.
Are you my death?
No.
When I could tell you were no longer following me, I waited alone.
Whenever I felt my strength failing, I could catch sight of you in the distance. Across the United States, Canada, into the ice floes, I felt you were taunting me, flaunting my weakness at first, as if you thought you could escape me any time. But you could not escape me. Not until we had this last moment. Not until I have put things right.
You are not well.
No. Oh, Father, have Henry come in to rub the salve. He is so much more gentle than you are. I have chased you across all creation to tell you something. That you are my son. I have chased you all across creation to tell you that you are my son.
Thank you, Father.
If I had known what a gift life is, I think you are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen.
The memories haunt me.
And the rage?
Burns and screams. Not as loud, but still there.
I know you will do the right thing. William, don't be afraid. That is a steam train. It is going to cross the entire country one day. Always remember this day, William, when you saw your first train and the first train to go from ocean to ocean.
I'm sure he will.
Oh, I know you trusted me to do the right thing, Mother, but I wanted to play with the telescope. Don't tell Father. Stay with us, Frankenstein, until I am gone. Captain Nemo will bring us some cakes. They are really surprisingly delicious. Now, tell me of what wonderful things you discovered while you were trying to elude me. Don't worry if I can hear you. It's not the words that matter.
Well, the mountains were a surprise. But as I climbed...
Matt.
Father?
You decide. Forgive me.